staging.
Yes, we're continuing with Philippines Uncut. Buddy Conanan is on a diplomatic mission, and I'm your host, Cecile Guidote Alvarez. We were having or asking you to make sure you join us in the World Broadcast Theater premiere of Batang Mujahideen by Malu Jacob. It doesn't end with a radio premiere, which will be heard nationally and on a global webcast. We hope on the 50th anniversary of ITI and PETA, it will be traveling on stage, right, Malu?
Well, it's a dream that it will take the root of Anatomia ng Korupsyon by being hopefully translated into various regional languages from Ilocano to Hiligaynon to Bisaya to Bicol, and that it is produced by the different groups all over the country. Already there's some who are interested.
I'm telling you, our 4 youth theater practitioners of ITI have all groups, and they will be given and they will be listening, and they will, well, conceive their own version. Yun ang maganda sa cultural diversity. Kanya-kanyang take on the child warrior.
And so I'm hoping also that Ipag, Steve, Fernandez can do it.
Many others will.
All over. So, kasi
from Baguio.
That's the only way that we can really bring out the different problems, and hopefully we can all do something about it.
Yeah. And actually, Malu is also, or stayed in Davao, so the Davaoenos can call her the pride of Davao also.
Yes, I was there in elementary and high school.
Okay. And as we promised, we're going to focus on this exceptional youth football team from Iloilo. And as Malu will be leaving us, we'll be discussing with Ed Robles, who's president of the Football Association. As we said, gender equity, we're also having some gentlemen, our sports leaders from Iloilo. Ed, we'll let you give a greeting to all your football colleagues.
Good afternoon, all the football enthusiasts watching today, and very glad that I'm here to speak about football and our passion for
Ang nakatutuwa
sport.
po, mga kabataan na leaders ay iniaalay ang kanilang oras at talino para sa paghubog dito sa mga kabataan, most of them vulnerable, marginalized, di ba?
Yes.
And Ed, why did you get into football? You're from Iloilo, and this town, which has become world famous as a football town?
Yes, ma'am. My mother comes from Barotac Nuevo, Iloilo, and it has been called the football capital of the Philippines. And it's been recognized by the governing body of football, which is the FIFA.
Kanya nakita ninyo, siga talaga itong dalawang kasama po natin. Itong si Ernie as a coach is really admirable because he studied abroad, and then he came back to become a fantastic football coach, not just for kids but also for women. Pero marami pong kwento itong si Ernie about how people can be transformed, how sports can provide the connectivity, especially yung isa sa inyong mga players ngayon.
Correct.
Ano?
Yes.
Okay.
One of them is Simone Rota. Although the name sounds Italian, he has no Italian blood whatsoever. He was born a Filipino orphan, adopted by an Italian family, grew up in Spain. And we brought him back because of football. We were able to bring him back to the Philippines. Now he plays professionally for our club. And through that, coming back in the Philippines, finding his roots again, orphan, nothing, no experience whatsoever in the Philippines, comes back here, plays for us, lives with us for a month, and after that, he requested that we help him find the orphanage where he came from. After finding the orphanage where he came from that day onwards to today, he lives in that orphanage. He went back home. He calls it his home.
Fantastic.
So, yes,
Oh.
underprivileged kids. Even with some of our players who used to work selling vegetables in the market and now playing professionally football. A lot of our provincial players, not only from Barotac Nuevo, but also from different provinces in the Philippines, from Davao, from Romblon, from Masbate, from Cebu, from all over the Philippines. And because of football, they were provided an opportunity to get a college education.
That's what's wonderful. Education is the key to
Yes.
unlock the gridlock of poverty.
Yes.
And
Kanya,
now you're able to give them opportunities to improve their way of life. So that's very powerful.
and ang maganda ho dito, itong mga, well, in a sense, privileged because they had education. Like Ernie, he studied in the States, got his football experience there, and shared it here. Like Ed Robles, he's involved in so many courses from juris doctor to psychology
Yes,
to
ma'am.
business, and works giving this time and this energy to help these young kids get transformed through sports. So baka meron ka pang idadagdag na kwento dyan, Ed.
Wala na po siguro, ma'am. Nasabi na po lahat ng coach namin and I'm very happy na, yun nga po, na nakatulong po kami. One of the key factors here is the social responsibility portion of the sport rather. So yung football po naging way for us to give back to the community and to
Baka
express our
magandang,
gratitude.
sana nakikinig si bagong halal na
Presidente.
senator, ano?
Senator.
Si Manny Pacquiao. He's into boxing, he's helping basketball. Baka naman buksan niya ang pintuan for further reinvigoration pa of your football mission.
Yes.
Kanya nakatutuwa itong mga pangyayaring to sa kwento na ito na actually, sabi mo, Ernie, he has also become a bridge for him to get connected to his real family.
Correct.
Ano?
Yes.
Magandang radyo nobela ito. Pagkatapos nung batang mujahidin ni Malu, siguro gawaan natin ng storya na isang radyo nobela na malay mo pupunta sa TV, baka malay mo pupunta sa pelikula, indie film, di ba?
Tapos now, he's also a national team player.
O,
Yes.
biruin mo
From an
yan.
orphan to suddenly an immigrant coming back home and becoming a professional player and now represents the country as a national athlete.
Oh, yan. Fantastic. At alam po ninyo, siguro dapat bigyan natin sila ng space para katulad ni Ed, he's giving his support because he's also involved in culinary arts. Meron silang restaurant business with his partner na talagang tumutulong rin na sponsor bukod sa yung kanilang Alpha Phi Beta fraternity that is involved also, di
Yes,
ba?
ma'am.
Meron kayong si Joey Lina is
Yes, ma'am.
also a football sponsor. Anong grupo yon?
Joey Lina, former Senator Joey Lina is the president of the Laguna Football Association.
Ayun, the way you are for Iloilo.
Yes, ma'am.
Oo.
Yes, ma'am.
Pagkatapos, meron pa rin kayong isa pang Alpha Phi Beta, di ba?
Si Dan Palami po.
Oo. Dan
Sure.
Palami naman, what does he do?
He's the president for Leyte and he's the manager of the Ascals, the national team.
Oh, of Ascals.
Yes.
Oh, ayun. Kanya makikita ninyo how if you have so many things in terms of privilege, here are example of gentlemen leaders that are sharing their time, their energies, their wealth, and their talent to utilize art, sports as tool for education, for development, and ito nga po for understanding, for building a sense of citizenship, good citizenship, even global citizenship. Di ba? So, maybe meron pa kayong mga huling tilamsik ng diwa na gusto ninyong ipabahagi, especially in the sports arena. And I think this is a wonderful dialogue. We can tie up sports and arts. Actually, when we did Dream Strategy, it's development, rehabilitation, and education through arts, media, and sports. Ayun. So, we're on our last moments on Philippines Uncut. We're giving you your, moments asking for help or inspiration or whatever you wish to share with our audience.
Well, I think over the past few years, we've proven that Filipinos were born to play the sport. You know, that this is not just a basketball country, but a football country indeed, both for men and women. So there's no limits as far as what we can do, as far as how far we can go. So that's a message that I'd like to share, especially with the young kids. The future of football is with the youth. And luckily, with the Philippine Football Federation and with their grassroots program and with their support in the national team and with support in women's football, we can keep growing and improving in the sport.
There are 2 restaurants you're involved with.
Yes, ma'am.
What are they?
One is Gilligan's, which is our main sponsor. Actually, the owner is our main patron for
What's
Stallion
his
Football
name?
Club.
Will
Filbert Alquiros.
Filbert
Oh,
Alquiros.
He's
okay.
actually my cousin.
Yes.
Oh, so it's all in the family.
It's all in the
Yes.
family.
And then you have
And,
another
Yes,
restaurant?
yes, ma'am. I have a restaurant in Pasig, in Ortigas, which is Cazuela. It's a Spanish restaurant, Spanish colonial restaurant.
I see. So, we've done a lot of diverse dialogue here in Philippines Uncut. Next week, your host, Buddy Cunanan, will be back. We're glad we had this opportunity to bring to you the power of arts and sports as a medium or a tool for peace, for understanding, for creative entrepreneurship, and best of all, for good citizenship. Thank you for joining us, and don't miss Philippines Uncut. It's on Sunday night and Monday morning at GNN. Good night. God bless us all. On the child warrior.
And so I'm hoping also that Ipag, Steve
Yeah,
Fernandez can do it.
many others will.
Yeah, it's all over. So, kasi
From Baguio.
that's the only way na we can really bring out the different problems, and hopefully we can all do something about it.
Yeah, and actually Malu is also or stayed in Davao, so the Davaoenos can
Produced by the different groups all
Yes.
over the country. Already there's some who are interested.
I'm telling
So
you,
I
our
just-
4 youth theater practitioners of ITI have all groups, and
Yes, right.
they will be given, and they will be listening,
Right,
and
and,
they will, conceive their own version. Yun ang maganda sa cultural diversity.
Right.
Kanya-kanyang and I'm your host, Cecile Guidote Alvarez. We were having or asking you to make sure you join us in the World Broadcast Theater premiere of Batang Mujahideen by Malu Jacob. It doesn't end with a radio premiere, which will be heard nationally and on a global webcast. We hope on the 50th anniversary of ITI and PETA, it will be traveling on stage, right, Malu?
Well, it's a dream that it will take the root of anatomiya ng korupsyon by being hopefully translated into various regional languages from Ilocano to Hiligaynon to Bisaya to Bicol, and that it is staging.
Yes, we're continuing with Philippines Uncut. Buddy Conanan is on a diplomatic mission